Hello and welcome to Headway Q&A. This is the place where we are getting to the bottom of questions we all have about turning our current coaching practices into thriving business. Each week I take one question from Headway community and offering solutions that help each and every one of us build the business and coaching skills we need to for our practices to succeed. Today the question I want to talk about is how to make transition from amateur to professional in coaching as smooth and as quick as possible. From not knowing to knowing, from having no skills to skillful professional. It is actually quite a change. It is a process, and as every process, it takes time. So let me share with you my 4 basic principles, which I believe are crucially important to get any strategy related to change working effectively without stress and backlashes. I call that set of principles DISC, D-I-S-C. So my DISC principles are directional, incremental, slow, and consistent. Now, if you are familiar with the Marston's DISC assessment, don't get it confused. These are Headway DISC principles, and directional, incremental, slow, and consistent is what going to get you and your coaching practice to the success you want to achieve. Here is what I mean. Every time when you want to make steps, you can choose where, so which direction, how big, so what kind of chunk of distance you will be covering with each step, how fast, so what kind of speed of movement is going to be, and how regular, meaning what kind of frequency of steps. And I believe there is always an optimal pace when you do steps which are small enough for you to feel comfortable, so it is incremental. You do your steps regular, that's going to be consistency principle. You do steps with a comfortable speed, so it is not super fast or super slow. And last one, that all your movements, all your steps aligned in the right direction, meaning that it's not random, it's towards your goal. Now, I've drawn up for you a 4 steps handout that shows us how to use DISC to help transition from amateur to professional in coaching practice. The handout is available in the link below this video. Please download the handout and let's walk through the 4 questions together. Here I prepared some very simple visual analogy for us to help to get clear with our questions. Let's say that this is where you are now, and this is the level of your coaching skills, and this is the place where you would like to be. And as you can see, this is much higher professional level here. So, question number 1. What steps or actions have you already done and still have yet to do to become more professional in coaching? You would like to make sure that your actions are not random and have a very clear direction towards your goal. Question number 2. Are those directional steps small enough for you to complete? Please mark the ones which you have completed already and think how you can chunk down the ones you have not completed. Again, it's very important that your steps towards your goal are not too big, because it's so much easier to lose the balance. Question number 3. How much time does it take each listed step to be completed? Please use as small a chunk of time as possible. Why? Because the speed of your movement towards your goal is supposed to be optimal. Not super slow, and not too fast, then you could easily lose control. Question number 4. How regular are your efforts towards higher professionalism in coaching? If you made one step and then nothing, and then 2 years later 2 more steps, and then again some break and stop, it's going to be one result. But if your steps are regular and you are consistent in moving towards your goal, then it's going to be so much better results. I think if you just honestly answer to these questions, it's going to change your perception towards your progress in coaching profession. To become a good professional is a part of overall commitment to turn your coaching practice into a thriving business, right? So as soon as you have your answers written, please go deeper and see what can be done or what can be changed in order to move you closer to your goal. For example, the first question will lead you to what steps I haven't done or I haven't even considered. And last question will lead you to following one, how my efforts could be more regular or more consistent. Please be creative and consider actionable parts of those questions. Here we are, guys. As long as you take it in a disc style, directional, incremental, slow and consistent, you can see how just a few minor changes can smooth those bumps on the road from amateur to professional. What do you think? Please join in the discussion in the comments below and let us know what's your promise to yourself to transition your coaching practice into thriving business today. Tweet, Instagram, Facebook in your coaching resolution with the hashtag COACHREZ. Thank you so much for listening and stay tuned for the next edition of our weekly Headway Q&A.